Hello, Victor here at thestorymercedes.com, and today it's kind of unusual video. I don't really do these kind of jobs, but I figured I'll do it for a customer here. Basically, it's an instrument cluster display problem. Everybody know about it, everybody's seen it, and there's lots of videos about it. I just want to give my take on it. Now, the cluster is a 210 chassis. Let me show you the faces. Okay, so here's the face. It's a 2001 or 2002 E55 210 chassis. Common issues with displays and little LED displays, ribbon cables. So just wanna show you what's happening here. And this one also had another issue. It was actually blown. I don't know, I wasn't told what's going on. It was just mailed to me. It says, listen, Victor, just do it. And nobody told me about other problem that was here. Ground was burnt out. I don't know, whatever reasons. And again, this is sort of like an experimental and my take about the job itself. Now, there are sellers that sell these little ribbon cables. This is the heat style, this is original ribbon cable. So these are the ones. The kit came. The guy sent me the kit, everything. He bought everything. He wanted to do it himself, and it did not work out. He says, I cannot take it apart. I don't want to deal with it. And he just removed the needles, put them back, and that's it. So I says, okay, fine, I'll do it. One of the good customers of mine, just to try it out. But I'll talk to him about this. I mean, what are the other issues? So anyway, so in the kit you get usually the ribbons here, and you got the soldering iron with the tip that allows you to fuse a ribbon to the display. It's a heat activated. The heat activated ribbon, so it glues when you apply heat to it. Now I did this side, but I'll show you overall situation. I should actually wear gloves, but somebody was here before, so it was all dirty and messed up, so I'm not doing anything worse to it. I'm gonna clean it all up just to get all displays cleaned up. Okay, so now there are 3 of them here. I assume that this one is for the earlier models, because 2001 I believe to 2002 have a larger display in the center versus other ones that have this sort of like elongated display and not the large rectangular one that we have here. As you can see, this ribbon works because it's a little different ribbon. It is glued to the center, and it's plugged in the back. Like I said, I don't deal with clusters much. I don't like to work on clusters unless I have the whole car, but in this case I'll do it. Now, to start off, disassembly, kind of a pain, I tell you. I mean, I took it apart, nothing's broken, but it is sort of a little bit of a pain. Needles removal, always. This is another portion to it. It's always nerve-wracking experience because everything is plastic, everything is fragile and what have you. Here is the display holder on top of that, so everything is snapped in and blah blah blah. So it's kind of not fun because you don't want to break anything. So it's kind of a drag, to be honest. It's not that simple. So that is that. Clean the surfaces once you rip off the ribbon. That's also kind of a drag. It took me a little bit to clean them just so I can fuse the new ribbon to it. This is how that's how it came off. You see it ripped out. This is the connecting points. This is the support point, like this plastic is supporting the actual ribbon, the actual lines. That is that. And attachment. The ribbons are a little too short, to be honest with you. Original ones are a little longer, so these, I find them to be just enough to make it. So once it's all said and done, I can Actually I still managed to put this over. That is fine, but not super comfortable. I'm not really liking that, but anyway, it works. So this was the first one I've done, and as you can see, we do have a readout, -36. Oh, there it goes already. There is funny. Let's see. Yeah, it goes. You see that? This is not the best setup here. I'm really not liking this. I did it really nicely, to be honest with you, all lined up perfectly fine, but I guess it's the quality of the actual ribbon that is bad. I'm going to re-glue it. That is fine, but I'm not liking this. You see, ribbon glued very nicely, extremely straight, relatively, and these are extremely straight. You also have to line this up perfectly so you have contact points. These are sort of like invisible. You can only see it at a certain shade of light. I'm gonna re-glue it and it's gonna work, but you see, definitely a pin here somewhere is not attached well. So I'm just saying, whoever tries to do this, or the ribbon quality itself is bad, because I'm moving it around, I get the readings back. I wouldn't really recommend DIY on this, to be honest with you, because it's kind of like, even though they say, oh, DIY, no problems, no, I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to, you see this display, words broken in the ribbon. I'm gonna get another ribbon, to be honest with you. This was very cheap, so I'm gonna get another ribbon. I think it's in the ribbon itself. My labor was fine. See if I bent the ribbon here. I'm gonna try to re-glue it, of course, but again, I'm not using this. I'm gonna use more expensive ribbon. I'll buy another one and then use that. Just for fun of it, I'll do this side. This side, there are more lines here. This one is totally unreadable. As you can see, this something just shows up, the clock. But I'll do this one just to see what happens. Like I said, the middle display is fine. It just says display is defective, which is understandable because we have other issues there. And yeah, so I'll get these displays done. And is it DIY? I mean, not really. I wouldn't really put it as a DIY, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just too delicate, and these ribbons is very fragile. So I'm just saying, this is just my take on it. If I'll do this with other ribbons and I like the results, yeah, okay, I'll be fixing these displays if the cluster is mailed over. If not, then I'll call it a day and I'll do it just as a spare. Not a spare, but kind of, you know, I cannot send anything that's not working right, and I cannot do anything that is not 100%. So if something I do not like, I will always decline that job, because I want my job to be on point. I can have my job to be like this. This is not good. So I'm suspecting it's a ribbon issue, the actual ribbon versus the labor, the actual work I've done. So I'm gonna do this one next, see what happens, and we'll see. Again, this is the ribbon repair on the instrument cluster on E-Class W210 chassis, E55, but it's the same thing as E320, E430, cars like that. Okay, so I hope this helps somebody. Let me know. And again, I'll probably post in description or in notes later on if this repair was successful, because I don't like these ribbons. I want to use something else, not those. They're super flimsy. Even original ones feel much better. The plastic is much stronger, thicker. So that's what I want to do. I don't want to use that. This is paper. This is paper. This is just a support. The ribbon itself is this. It's like, boy, it's just like nothing. Well, again, I'll try it. I'll replace it, but it is what it is. All right, just FYI, you know, see what's happening here. All right, Victor here, RestoringMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.